As we begin the lesson planning process, Google Keep can be a great way to get started and get your brainstorming ideas out. So start with keep.google.com and take a note. Let's do a lesson on decimals. Now I want to think, what do I want to do for this lesson? How will I engage students? Always a great question to start with, but always a challenge. So let's go ahead and add a collaborator to brainstorm these ideas for the decimal lesson. So I'm going to click collaborator. Now, possibly it'd be easier if we did this in a checklist. So I'm going to click on the three dots, show checkboxes, and now we can start collaboratively adding our ideas for this decimals lesson. We can then cross off the activities. We're like, no, I don't really like that, or whether or not we've included them. So this is a great way to share our ideas and check them off. Now let's say I already know of a resource that I'd like to share, and my collaborator hasn't really heard of it. So for example, I'm going to go here to Robert Kaplinski, and he has a lesson on decimals. How can we save Nellie? So how can I share this resource with my collaborator so that we can effectively lesson plan together? I'm going to use the Google Keep Chrome extension. It's going to pop right out into Keep. I'm going to add my collaborator. Now what my collaborator has is just a link to this decimals lesson. It doesn't say a whole lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to the page. I'm going to use the Screencastify Chrome extension. I'm going to record my thoughts and how I think we can use the different elements from this resource. So we see we have a video, and then we have the situation. Now, how would I think that we would use this situation is I might want to create a short video to introduce the idea of what trouble Nellie is in with the IRS. Then I come down and I say, okay, well, we have these questions that I can ask. So I'm going to take these questions and put them into, I'm thinking Google Classroom as a question type, so they can do a number talk around what do they think that this represents, and we can get everybody's ideas. So once I'm done with brainstorming and thinking of how I would use the resource, I'm going to stop the recording. Right away, that video is already added to Google Drive. So all I have to do is copy the link and come back to Google Keep. And I just Control-V paste the link right to the video for my collaborator to get my ideas so I can get her input on how she thinks we can do the lesson together.